If you follow flagship leader class bikes closely, the story of the 2026 Kawasaki ZX-10R is one of both continuity and subtle shifts. Kawasaki has kept the core 998cc inline-4 architecture, liquid-cooled, 6-speed transmission, and the same chassis setup as before, but some of the tuning, emissions compliance, and market positioning have changed in meaningful ways. The new version is officially launched in India, priced at 19.49 lakh rupees ex-showroom, which is roughly a 99,000 rupees increase over the 2025 model. What's striking is that despite the price hike, the 2026 model's peak power and torque are a bit lower. It puts out 193.1 bhp at 13,000 revolutions per minute and 112 Nm at 11,400 revolutions per minute, down by about 7 bhp and 2.9 Nm compared to the outgoing model. Bikewale +1. Adrenaline culture of speed +3. Kawasaki's own site describes the styling and features carrying over strong DNA from its racing lineage. The aerodynamic body uses integrated winglets, the front cowl with compact LED headlights is aggressive, and the design continues to emphasize form-following function. The suspension setup remains high-end. Showa BFF, balance-free front fork, units up front and a BFRC light rear shock. Brembo M50 monoblock calipers on the front 330mm discs are retained, and there's still a focus on track-capable performance. On the electronics side, the ZX-10R continues with full connectivity TFT display with smartphone linkage, multiple riding modes, cruise control, launch control, engine braking settings, traction control, dual-channel ABS, and an Öhlins electronic steering damper. Home Kawasaki. Home Kawasaki +2. Home Kawasaki +2. www.ndtv.com +3. When the 2026 model was unveiled, many observers noted that the drop in output seems to be tied to emissions regulation compliance. Kawasaki appears to have retuned the engine to meet stricter standards, such as equivalents of Euro 5+ or local norms, which often necessitates trade-offs in peak performance. Interestingly, Kawasaki didn't roll out a dramatic redesign. The core architecture, frame, and suspension geometry remain largely the same. Some rumors and dealer chatter, for example on motorcycle forums, suggest Kawasaki may plan a more radical refresh or redesign of the ZX-10R in a future cycle, with changes to the engine, fairings, and overall aesthetic. RideApart.com +4. Adrenaline culture of speed +2. Reddit. In markets outside India, the announcement of the 2026 model is more muted. Kawasaki's broader global model year rollout seemed to omit the ZX-10R in initial lines, which fueled speculation that perhaps this model is being delayed, limited to certain regions, or even phased out. However, since Kawasaki India specifically confirmed the 2026 ZX-10R will be available in that region, it strongly suggests Kawasaki is keeping it alive at least in selected markets. RideApart.com +1. RideApart.com +3. Another twist in recent coverage. Kawasaki appears to be listing both the 2025 and 2026 versions of the ZX-10R concurrently on its site in some places, possibly to encourage sales of remaining 2025 stock before newer tax or regulatory regimes take effect. Reports say there are cashback or discounted offers of up to 1.50 lakh rupees on 2025 models in India to clear inventory. Some commentators interpret this as Kawasaki hedging its bets, keeping buyers interested in the older, more powerful version while positioning the newer model as the compliant alternative. Adrenaline culture of speed. Adrenaline culture of speed +1. Adrenaline culture of speed +1. From a buyer's perspective, the 2026 ZX-10R offers mostly refinement rather than revolution. If you're one who values maximum output for track use, the 2025 model may present a better performance-to-price ratio if still available. But for buyers in markets where emissions constraints are stricter, the newer model may be the only legal path forward. The incremental improvements, especially in electronics, aerodynamics, and styling cues, maintain its premium feel and race-tuned intent. The presence of integrated winglets, updated cowl design, aerodynamic tweaks, and consistency in premium components show Kawasaki hasn't abandoned the ZX-10R's essence. Home Kawasaki +2. In terms of color options and visuals, Kawasaki India offers the 2026 ZX-10R in lime green, ebony, pearl blizzard white and metallic graphite gray, metallic Diablo black schemes. Details such as the rider position, handlebar and footpeg placement, and seat design appear to remain optimized for an aggressive, tucked-in posture that suits high-speed racing and track usage. Home Kawasaki +2. Home Kawasaki. Market reception is mixed. Some fans are disappointed that Kawasaki didn't push a full overhaul. The reduction in peak figures immediately draws criticism, especially in the competitive leader bike segment where rivals push forward aggressively. On the other hand, many accept that to survive regulatory pressures, manufacturers must retreat a bit. If emissions compliance is the force shaping design now, what matters is how much of the riding soul remains intact. In that respect, the ZX-10R still holds appeal. The fact that Kawasaki has kept the core components, the electronics suite, and the race-derived details conveys that this is still a serious superbike. RideApart.com +2. Looking ahead, it's plausible that Kawasaki might unveil region-specific variants, or a more aggressive update after this transitional year. If rumors of a re-engineered ZX-10R do bear fruit, they may introduce a new displacement, fresh chassis geometry, or major aerodynamics changes. The 2026 version may just serve as a bridge, a compliance step, until the next leap. For now, the 2026 ZX-10R stands as a reaffirmation of Kawasaki's commitment to the leader-class super sport, albeit under new constraints. It remains a beast in spirit, even if slightly subdued on paper, and still loaded with the features and race-bred DNA enthusiasts expect.